A huge thank you to our channel member, Paul Hussey. Are you ready? Like, are you honestly ready? Yes. Good evening, everybody. Welcome along to your Monday flight night here on the Departure Lounge YouTube channel, and I hope you are well. So, a little bit of story time. Here's what happened. We did a stream this morning, and because of the heat, I would imagine, and the high pressure, everything went to shit. So we scrapped that. We're going to come back to that at some point. I don't know. We'll do it at some point. This one was always in the works since I found out at the weekend you can get this now. So we're doing this. Also, if you don't know, by the way, it's the Embraer E190E2, which I know Wayne has been looking forward to this immensely because of the Wookiee noise. And let me tell you, the Wookiee noise is there, and it's there in all its might and wonder. You'll get to hear that this evening, as well as we have Company -8 taxiing out behind us. There he goes. But here is your Embraer E2 with Wideroe, or as we found out yesterday on the quiz, Wideroe. We are flying from Bergen over to Tromso, so Norwegian domestic flight, one I'm very much looking forward to, and providing everything works out in our favour, we might be able to see one or two surprises tonight, just saying. Anyway, story time, just very quickly. Since the stream this morning to now, in the time that it's taken Max to get off the ground on his one flight he's done, I did one flight this morning. I then tried to do the stream didn't happen. I then went outside and sat outside for 2 hours, came back in, did some housework, then I sat and played Football Manager for 2 hours, all amongst while sitting and watching Max tried to learn the 737. He still hadn't taken off by this point, so I figured I'd challenge myself and see if I could log on to the sim, choose the most complex plane that I have, which is the BAE 146, fly it from Heathrow to the Isle of Man before he even took off, and I did. So in the time it's taken him to actually get off the ground for his flight, I have managed to do 2 flights, housework, and sit outside and enjoy the sun for 2 hours. Make of that what you will. I think it's very funny. But there you go. Alright. We're in the cockpit now. Things are starting to move a little bit here at Bergen. Let me just, I'll tell you what, let me give you the rundown. Here we go. Scenery for Bergen. It is a beautiful airport. Look at this. Look at that scenery around as well. Look at that. How nice is that? Beautiful. Look at that. That's awesome. Stunning. We love a bit of Bergen. So I tested this aircraft yesterday. I would imagine it gets more positive than it does negatives from me. There are some negatives, but we'll dive into those as and when we can for this flight. But other than that, it's a lovely plane. Flew it to Stansted. It seemed to work absolutely fine. So we're all good. We're all good. Lots of people having a good laugh at my comment there, but that is true. Is what I thought. I challenged myself. I mean, Max had been at it now for about coming close to at least 8 hours trying to work the 737. So I thought I'd challenge myself and start the most complex plane that I have, which is the BAE 146. Fly it to the Isle of Man, land it, go and have dinner, after I landed, and he still hadn't taken off. There you go. Alright, enough of that. Let's say hello to the people in the chat. So we've got Darren Graham Photography, good evening to you, hope you're well. Carl Crawford, hello. Wayne, who I mentioned before, is looking forward to this one. Backstreet's back, alright. Indeed, good to see you. Dogwood, hello to you. Caitlin, Bernice Thompson, Lee Class, may have mentioned already, but if not, hello to you. Yeah, Bernice Thompson, Lynn Keeble.
Show me your wallet, show me your wallet, show me your wallet.
Nonstop Dom, hello. I know Brandon was in for a little bit, but I hope you're well, even if you do watch this back and you're not here at the moment. So hello to you. And of course, stick them up in the chat, folks. He's like one of the first people here. I don't even need to like tell you who that's even directed to. He's like one of the first people here. It's crazy. It's crazy. Alright, so yeah, so we are at Bergen. We're flying over the Tromso on the flight number of Wideroe 3 Delta, or in proper number terms, Wideroe 624. So it should be a pretty good one on this one. Very key to listen for the Wookiee noises. They will happen quite a bit this evening, so it's pretty cool. There is an in-sim checklist which I will go through literally here, as you can see. Quite a few things, but it's fine. I will write these down at some point. The positive, I would say, is you get a lot more detail out of this, and everything is actually in the right position to use than you do out of the standard Embraers from Virtual Coal. So you get a little bit more of a startup procedure, which is actually quite nice. And the batteries are positioned in the right places as well, so they're actually off. So when you turn them on, they actually come on rather than being on, and then you've got to turn them off and it activates. It's all very, very, very strange. So let's get, before we actually do anything, let's get the batteries on. See, it says off there, but no good. Schlaxim, good evening to you. Hope you are well. Saw your name pop up there as well. Don't forget the IRS. Luckily, don't need it for this plane because it's already set. So we're all good. Lynn Keeble coming up with the 7 months of membership to the Copyright Elite Club. Thank you for your continued support. It means a lot to not just myself, but to everybody behind the channel. So yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. Okay. Actually, what we need to do first, before we go through any more of that checklist.
Is too small for your aircraft.
Shut up. I don't think we're going to see any passengers because I don't think I've got the profile downloaded for it yet. Have we got anything? No, that doesn't surprise me. So that's fine. We're not going to see any passengers, so loading is going to be very, very quick.
This parking is too small for catering vehicles are on their way.
Which I am all game
this
for.
This parking is too small for your aircraft.
Shut up. No, it's not. Plenty of space.
There are no passenger stairs. You will not see passengers visually.
I don't care. Doesn't matter.
Want to board crew?
Board the crew. You're not going to see them, but board them anyway. Okay, battery switches are on. Boarding requested. Boarding passengers. And it will happen. So we got that. Generators are at auto. That's fine. I will write all this down in the checklist so we don't have to go through this. Some of the buttons are a little bit glitchy as well, as you can see. Like I'm trying to roll it. And then when you click it, it's, yeah, there's one or two issues with it. Otherwise it's fine. So we've done that. We've done that. Oh, so I don't remember where anything is either. Fuel pumps to auto, fine. APU, literally. Some of the buttons are a little bit weird.
Your passenger's bus is coming.
So APU should be on. APU bleed is not there. It's there. Nav lights, that's fine. Passenger signs, where are they? Fasten seatbelts. Yeah, I don't know what that one was. Hydraulics to auto. Pressurization we know is already done. I remember that from yesterday. Auto for that. That is for the pitot heats. That's fine. Anti-ice. Literally trying to remember where everything is at the moment. Air conditioning. Set it as required. We'll turn them on. So that's fine. Bleed 1 and 2. Is it that one? It is that one, isn't it? Yeah, I thought it was. Auto. Flaps are up, that's fine. Trims we know are fine. FMC will program, but I think that's already done, so we don't need to worry about that, because it does it automatically. The aircraft is purely for fun, not for anything else. We know that that is done. We'll do ATC, that's fine. Otherwise, everything is good. Okay, and then starting it is absolutely easy. Cool, there we go. Yeah, so it's virtually the virtual coal Embraer 190 cockpit and stuff. There's a few things that are placed a little bit differently as well, such as the vertical speed there. It's missing a few buttons as well. There's a couple of other glitches as well. Otherwise, yeah, otherwise you can't really go wrong. Can't really go wrong with it. It's a nice plane to fly. It's a little, what I like to call a little stiff on the controls, so it doesn't flow as easily as the Embraer 190s and stuff. So it's yeah, it's one of those sort of things. But it's lovely. It's all right. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. All right, lots of things coming in here. Goodness me. All right, I missed a lot of chat there. Let's go into it. Just very quickly, just while we've got the rest of the passengers, fake passengers boarding. Schlaxim says currently flying the Yak 40. Fantastic. That's the problem. That's what I find with X-Plane. X-Plane gets a lot of planes. I'd love to see the Yak 40 come to the flight sim. I imagine it will do at some point. Paul Hussey giving the membership will give you this. Because why not?
There are no passenger stairs.
That's fine.
You will not see passengers
Thank
visually.
you. The membership going
Passengers
to Brandon.
bus is coming.
So welcome on board, Brandon Plane Spotter. Enjoy your membership there. Wayne coming up with the 5 months of the Copyright Elite Club membership, saying Monopoly Champion 2023. Just saying. Jack is in the house with Wideroe after his famous gaffe last night. Yeah, Wideroe or Wideroe. And of course, Jack is currently the reigning defending Quizness Jet champion after an excellent showing last night. So very well done. Max says, Tom, can I say thanks to you for the wonderful support so far? I don't know what I've done, but fair enough. Merry Happy Monday, says Jack. Rob Brown says, hello fellow nutters, how is everything on this fine evening? Everything is very, very well. Just doing a 737 flight from Cosmiso, I'm sure that's Comiso, to Milan, but got a tech issue.
Starting.
Your tech issue is that you've been at it for 7 hours, and I've done about 3 flights in between then, and sat outside in the sun, and had dinner, and did housework at the same time. That's the tech issue right there. Oh dear, honestly. And before we push back for our hour and 40-minute flight, something like that, this plane is rapid as well. So just bear that in mind, Jim. Pretty much. Well, not even that. I mean, to land it, he's got to be in the air first. So that there's also that. Also, let's pop in and say hello to our resident super chat reader, who has already been on this morning. And hopefully we will hear a lot more from her tonight. It is, of course, Emma Royd. Emma, good evening. How are you?
Good evening, everyone. How are we all doing? It's far too fucking hot. I thought the summer was meant to be ending. Where's this shit come from?
No idea. No idea. It feels like it should be autumn at this point, but it's, yeah, it's really not. It's really not. But I'm going to assume you're not a fan of the summer, just like myself.
No, I am not. I'm a winter girl. I love my hoodies and warm clothes, not this horrible warm weather. Although, saying that, it's about time we had the nice weather. This country is so arse backwards I'll have to put my autumn clothes away again. Waste of my fucking time.
Yeah, don't worry, Emma. I'm sure it won't be long until you can bring out your winter clothes again. I'm sure there'll be other people in the chat that can agree as well that the winter people over summer.
I'm sorry. It's the heat. It turns me into even more of a bitch that I already am.
Well, glad you said it.
Shut up, dickhead, it was a joke. But still, makes you want to sit in a beer garden, doesn't it?
Oh.
Anyway, seems to be new plane galore at the moment. We had the CRJ this morning which, thanks to the heat, quit the stream. But, now we have this little beauty. How is it? Have you flown it yet?
I have flown it and it's lovely. It's a lovely plane.
Let's hope it goes smoothly tonight then. You know the score. £2, $2 or €2 or more will get me talking tonight. Your support for the channel has been immense the last few weeks. Let's see if we can keep this going. Enjoy the stream, and if YouTube is watching, fix your fucking servers.
Ah, dear, the heat is not treating Emma well this evening. Or at all. Or breathing is not treating Emma very well this evening. Deary me, deary me. So yeah, so £2, €2 or $2 or more will get Emma to read out your super chats this evening. Carl Crawford agreeing with Emma, saying, well said. Caitlin says, gotta love Emma. We all love Emma on the channel. 100%. Alright, so we are pretty much ready for... Shut up. We are good for pushback, so let's do that. I'm going to bump the sound up. Because it's time for Wookiee noise.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
And hopefully, like I said, we should see some surprises this evening as well, if all goes well. So, what that will be, I will let you know. But what we're going to do is we are going to get the flight director on, which is there. I forget what we're supposed to climb out at. Bollocks. 7.
Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted.
7,000 feet complete. This plane is rapid. It's strange. I don't think it's meant to be, but it does well on the short takeoffs and stuff like that. So we should be alright. Should be good. Beacon goes on. Here it is from the outside.
Locking gear.
Paul Huss is saying the Northern Lights. Well, the sad thing is they're not implemented on the sim, which is very strange. Like, for something that's supposed to be conducted under like live weather, it's yeah, it's all a bit strange, really, that they don't have that in the sim. So we'll see. Alright, let's get pushback commenced. We should have a short taxi out today. It, at the moment, doesn't sound like the E2, but when we start the engines up, it will. So let's get our taxi position sorted. Let's go there.
Exiting from
Release
editing mode.
parking brakes.
Please wait.
Okay, so we're good. Oh god, no, that's controlling that. I don't want that.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at wheel.
Okay, here we go then. So, I'm going to turn the ignition to auto, and we're going to
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board to our flight.
start engine 2.
We would like to draw your attention to the safety information you need to follow during this flight. Please stow your hand luggage carefully in the overhead compartments. You can place smaller items under the seat in front of you. When the seat belt sign is on, please fasten and adjust your seat belt as here shown. Keep your seat belt fastened and visible until the seat belt sign is off. When you need it, you can release it as here shown. Before the flight, extension and loop belts are given out by the cabin crew. Ask one if it's necessary. Please switch your mobile phones and all other electronic devices to flight mode. Mobile phones and other electronic devices without
Set
a flight
parking
mode
brakes.
must be switched off.
Waiting your confirmation for good engine
Unplug all
start.
your electronic devices. Smartphones, tablets, and other small devices may be held, but laptops and larger devices must be stowed in their cases in the overhead compartments of under the seat in front of you. If your device is lost or falls into the secure structure, do not move your seat. Just call a member of our crew. It is illegal smoke on this flight, including electronic cigarettes. It is also strictly prohibited to smoke in the lavatories, which are equipped with smoke detectors. Attempting to damage these detectors is penalized by law. Should there be a loss of cabin pressure, oxygen masks will drop down automatically. Pull the nearest mask, place it over your nose and mouth, pull the straps to adjust your mask and keep breathing normally. Make sure your mask is well adjusted before helping others. Emergency exits are located on each side of the cabin, at the front, center, and rear. The exit signs will help you locate them. Take a moment now to locate your nearest sign, which may be behind you. When you
Looking
end
gear.
an emergency evacuation, leave the aircraft following the exit signs and the illuminated path along the
That's
aisle.
you shut them down. That
To
sounds
ensure a
like
quick
fine.
evacuation, please leave behind all hand luggage, high
Now we've
heels,
got the
and
functions
sharp objects.
Of the
You will
E2.
find your life vest under your seat. Taking a life jacket from the plane is penalized by law.
Tow
If
truck
needed,
disconnected.
slip it over
Pipe
your
has
head,
been
attach
removed.
the straps, and tie the knit. When you
Left
reach
is clear,
the exit,
right is clear.
inflate your life jacket by
Left
pulling
ground
the reed
Wideroe,
toggles
69 or
or
5,
by
with
blowing
Quebec
into the
ready to
tube
taxi
or
IM.
tube.
Why have we got 6, 9, and 5?
The light will come on when in
That's
contact
not
with
our
water.
user.
The crew will provide life vests for infants.
Stupid bloody thing.
Please only put the life vest on your infant in an emergency situation and inflate it immediately.
Taxi 2
Exit
and hold
doors
short
are
runway
equipped with
17
automatically
via taxiway Whiskey
inflating
Charlie
slides,
Yankee Alpha 1
which the
Wideroe,
crew will
69 or
operate
5.
in case of an emergency. Before takeoff and landing, please make sure that your window is open, your tray table is closed, and your seat back is fully upright. Please stow your push-out, video screen, and handset. For more details, please read
ready
the
for
safety
working noise.
card in your seat pocket. Make sure you follow all signs and cabin crew instructions at all times. Thank you for your attention. Our captain and the crew wish you enjoy your flight.
Okay, now that the woman has finally stopped talking, and I've got the sound up as much as I can, let me just mute myself so you can hear what we're dealing with Wookiee noise. Here we go. Hoping you caught that. Welsh Kiev coming up with the 5 months, saying, have we not made it off the frigging ground yet? Are you talking to me or are you talking to Max? Because the answer to Max is no, but it's been now about 14-15 hours since he has. Here we go. going. Let's taxi out then. I'm hoping you can actually hear that noise. There you go. Wayne's got it. That's what Wayne was waiting for. He was waiting for the Wookiee noise. Oh, hang on a sec. We've got a request in the chat. And surprisingly, it has come from Max, who has... he says, also Tom, I don't like the SpongeBob effect, but can you play it again anyway? Absolutely, Max, 100%. I'll do that for you now. Beautiful. Thanks for the request. As we taxi out, nighttime starting to fall. We've seen the aircraft, but we should hopefully go straight out on this one. So I'm going to keep the noise up for it. Well, should careful sound, please. Did you not hear it then? Did you not hear the Max Them song being played? I'm sure you did. Alright, set the flaps to 2. Lumber this aircraft around these corners. In fact, it's actually handling a little bit better than it did yesterday, which is very surprising. Nice Wookiee noise. Beautiful, love it. Taxiing out. Then we'll get off on the way. So it should be about an hour and 40 minutes for the flight over to whatever it's called, Tromso. There you go. Excuse me. This should sound pretty decent on takeoff. So I will give you Kev's favourite moment, which is to mute myself. Only reason I tuned in at this point, of course. Don't expect anything else, Kev. Okay. So we're going to slow the aircraft up, because is we're going to get ready to go. We're going to literally go landing lights, and we're going to put the strobe on as well, because we are literally going to go straight out.
Tower Wideroe, 6905, ready for departure runway 17 IFR, Tromso. 6905,
Nice.
altimeter 30.12 wind 178 at 11. Cleared for takeoff runway
Light on, which is
17.
fine. Right, let me mute myself and let's get
Cleared for
ourselves out of
takeoff
here.
runway 17 Wideroe, 6905.
$70 knots, 80 knots. Rotate. V2.
Wideroe, 6905. Photo Center Wideroe, 6905 is at 1,600 feet, climbing 7,000 feet. Wideroe 6905.
Nice, right? Yeah, very nice. So we're off and underway. Very, very quiet aeroplane, this one. Got the beacon shot as well there, beautiful. Is that that's not snow, is it? In the summer? Are you sure? Okay, so the turn commences. What were we climbing to then? Beautiful. Awesome. Okay, so off to Bergen we go. Sorry, Tromso. Sorry, forgive me.
Wideroe 72 Papa climbs and maintains 17,000 feet. Climb and maintain 17,000 feet. Wideroe.
The engines are going to howl very shortly. So let me mute myself before it does.
Going to 126.1 Wideroe tree niner niner.
How nice was the plane, by the way? How nice is that plane? So far, I mean, I enjoy the E2. I think after the flight I did yesterday, there's a lot to work with. In fact, like a lot to work with. But so far, so good. There's just maybe one or two things they can change. And that's probably all I can ask for. That's probably all I can ask for. It's just that the one or two tweaks. It's very quick to get off the ground. A lot quicker than you'd expect it to be. So. But you know what? Like otherwise, I don't have any complaints. It's a beautiful plane. It's like the ugly duckling. Oh my, the first of the surprises have now turned up. Can you see them? Can you see it? Check out the surprise. So it's not implemented on the game. It's not. The sim doesn't allow for the Northern Lights. And at the moment they are very, very faint. So it's a separate add-on. But how cool is that? What will we climb into? 23,000. Let me just sort this out. Hang on. No, Kev wouldn't have seen it coming, or more so he would have done, because I did put a picture up in the chat of the flight I did before, which had this. Nice. Not bad. Obviously, the darker we get with the weather, with the light and everything else, the brighter they will be. How cool is that now? So you've got the moon and the northern lights. Wicked. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. We'll keep it inside because it is quite loud at the moment on the outside. We'll wait for the aircraft to. Yeah, have we got it that side as well? Very faint this side. If you look very closely, I'll turn the sound down a little bit more. If you look very closely, it moves like the lights do. Right, look how bright it's getting now. Yeah, that is nice. We'll keep checking in on that as we go. Don't think we've got any custom views. I did download some. No. Thought we would have had some custom views, but obviously not. So we got the moon with the northern lights. Yeah, pretty cool. Um, how about that? That's awesome. Love that. See, makes so what it does now is it makes our Scandinavian night operations just that little bit better. Love flying around Scandinavia. Absolutely amazing. But then, look at this. Look, now we got. Is that blue? Oh no, sorry. Look at that. What a shot that is. Might just see if I can grab a screenshot of that. Seems to heighten the colour. Look at that. Oh cool. Oh cool. Oh, they disappeared. It's alright. They've not fully disappeared. I got what I wanted, so I'm fine. Oh, maybe they did disappear. They'll be back, I'm sure. Check up on it later. We're all good. So, the vital question for everybody this evening is, what did you have for your tea? Apart from Jack, who's obviously had uncooked spag bol. Okay, so we've got an hour and 7 minutes remaining on the flight. Brandon says, just landed the ATR-72. I know we mean 72. In the Isle of Man from London City on the flight sim. Yeah, so I flew the BA-146 from Heathrow to the Isle of Man. Oh, by the way, just a quick update. Quick update. Max still hasn't taken off yet. And we're now 8 hours into the venture. There we go, I knew they returned. Look at it. Wow. Holy moly, look at that. nice. Just adds that little bit more to the flight sim. Amazing. You love to see it. But yeah, just adds that little bit more. Okay, so yeah, what have you had for your tea? Lee Class says that he had steak, chips, steak pie, chips, and peas. Very nice. What did everyone else have, please? I had a pizza, and it was bloody beautiful. That will sort itself out. Don't worry, we're good. It's only a temporary warning.